Oh, hi there. Did you know the second ever Xbox Developer Direct happened on Thursday? You might have missed it, or you saw it. I don't know your life. Last year's Developer Direct was pretty good. Xbox debuted a solid format here, and the shadow drop of Hi-Fi Rush was an incredible highlight, even if the games they actually covered weren't necessarily my jam. I really do like this behind-the-scenes style approach they've adopted with the Directs. I enjoy hearing from the various artists who make the art, in the same way that I've watched every special features disc for the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yes, extended edition. Don't sass me. But this year I was interested in 3 out of the 4 games on the lineup. My apologies to Ara History Untold. It's not you, it's me. I don't really play much 4X. My strategy gaming doesn't usually go beyond squad tactics. As Titus Magius, a famous philosopher in the ancient lost city of Atlantis, once said, "Yo soy imbécil." However, Hellblade 2, Avowed, Indiana Jones all had my ears perked up, like really perky. You should have seen them earlier. Perked. Fucking perked. So going into this, I was hoping to see a few things from Xbox. I wanted Hellblade 2 to announce a release day, or at least month, because enough already. They've been showing this game off for 5 years. I wanted Indiana Jones to not be terrible, because I am salty that Machine Games isn't making a hyper-violent, narrative-driven first-person shooter set in an alternate history. I wanted Avowed to be for me. It looks like it could be, but I'm always on the sidelines with Obsidian. Pillars of Eternity, Grounded, Pentiment all look like creative and thoughtful experiences, but they just haven't been up my alley. I wanted Ara History Untold to just be yourself, Ara. We're too different. Just a couple of dangerously sexy ships passing each other in the night. Bon voyage and best of luck. I wanted a shadow drop. Look, you got Daddy Jonesin' now, Xbox. The dopamine hit from seeing Hi-Fi Rush and then playing it a few hours later. Y'all got any more of that? So the question is, did Xbox deliver? Well, I want to start with the last one actually shown, the project from Machine Games, and I want to reiterate that that's how I'm looking at this game, as a Machine Games project. I love Machine Games. I adore what they did with Wolfenstein, but I'm not big on Indiana Jones. I don't dislike Indy. The movies are fine. I enjoy them for what they are, but let's chill out a little bit. Indiana Jones is not even the most iconic Harrison Ford character. I was worried about the fact that Machine Games, makers of my beloved Wolfenstein series, we're getting hitched to an IP from another medium. I thought that the demands of being true to the IP would bend the studio and they would lose some of the DNA that I loved about their earlier work. For instance, I, like probably pretty much everyone else, assumed that an indie game would probably be third person like Uncharted or Tomb Raider. But thank God it ain't, it's first person, baby, and that is amazing. That's what the studio does best. And to me, it's a good sign of how this is going to play out, because I'm not worried about this being a good Indiana Jones game. I'm worried about it being a good Machine Games game. With Wolfenstein in their past, I know this studio has fantastic storytelling chops and top-tier first-person shooter gameplay. So knowing that it still has the look and feel of a Machine Games game is all the hope I need to award Indiana Jones and the Great Circle my most anticipated game of the Direct. I don't want to, maybe my most anticipated game of the Direct? I don't know if that's true. It's more like the game I was most cynical about that I'm now most anticipating. Does that track? Great Circle had to have been a placeholder that they just kept, right? Like triangle strategy. Anyway, after watching the Direct, I'm kicking myself for not seeing earlier the clear overlap between BJ Blazkowicz viciously slaughtering Nazis and Indiana Jones giving them a sneaky little whipping. So I was close. It's a family-friendly, violent, narrative-driven, first-person whipper set in an alternate-ish history. Obsidian was actually the studio that went first, showcasing Avowed, and it is beautiful looking. I mean, the art direction is on point. And the dual wielding in combat gives me Skyrim vibes, but I don't know about this enemy AI. They just seem to be standing there or approaching one at a time like they can tell I'm special. Like they recognize the inherent capability within me, as if they've sensed the majestic and unlimited potential coursing through my veins. Wow. Wow. They really get me. I hope this game is good. I'm rooting for a good fantasy romp, but it didn't do anything to sell me beyond the art and environments. So, I don't know if this is for me. Next is Ninja Theory with Hellblade 2. This is a day one for me, but they have been talking about this game and teasing it for so long that I can't. They revealed this game way too early. As interesting as all of this developer discussion is, and it is, that's enough. I don't want to hear any more without the context of the gaming experience itself. And this isn't on the developers, this is a failure of marketing. You can overplay a product's campaign, and I feel like they've done that with Hellblade 2. This game has been popping up since 2019. I was like 4 years old back then. I'm still excited to play Senua's Saga. I really enjoyed the first one, Senua's Sacrifice, but just give me the date. May 21st. Okay, thank you.
Hooray!
Uh-oh, it's a guest. Could this be a shadow drop? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Square Enix. Damn it. I know they aren't shadow dropping anything on a friggin' Xbox. Look, it's cool that Visions of Mana is coming to Xbox. Microsoft has made it clear that they want to improve their partnerships with Japanese publishers, and this is how you do it. I think it's a smart move. The problem is it's going to be a long road, and Xbox sometimes seems skittish about giving strategies time to play out. Xbox is going to have to build up their Japanese game library for years before they are likely to sway consumers in meaningful numbers. Most players heavily invested in any Japanese game series that has historically not been on Xbox are invested in their collection on a different platform. One game isn't going to shift that. Look, they even advertised that there have already been 17 games in the series. 17. When they said that, I thought for sure they were about to shadow drop a Mana collection on Game Pass, but nope. Just start with the 18th game, folks. Titus Magius, Life of an Orator. A lot of people like this book, and I think you should read it. Here you go. Do you not want to read this? Is it because you don't like books? No shadow drop.
Boo!
Oxide drops in next with Ara History Untold. It was a solid presentation. They went over a lot of game features. The dev team came across very personable and felt the least scripted. But it's just not my genre. But I hope it does really well. There's no joke. I don't have a joke about it. I'm sorry, okay? I just don't have a perspective on it because it looks good, but it's just not for me. I can't just... There's no joke. I'm sorry, I just don't have a perspective on it. Can't just... There's no joke. I'm sorry, there's no joke. No joke. You did your thing, Ara.
Yay!
Xbox, you gave me 3 of the 5 things I wanted. You're doing all right. Now put every Activision game on Game Pass, or I swear to God.